Does he really? Well, first of all, do you have access to see what?
I don't even know. I mean, the IFP people are supposed to get like 10 leads apiece. Okay, but I've never have gotten any kind of a list of who they are, and
how many IFP people do we have? 20?
I think there's 40.
40?
Yeah.
I thought there was supposed to be the first 10. I know that everybody's the first 10 unless they don't know about it.
I'm not, to be honest with you, I don't know. Kenny didn't really get me any details about that and who was supposed to get them and when and all that. And if maybe I need to get up with Muhammad and look in Giveaway Masters and see if any of those people hit. Because remember when Kenny was asking if the link to buy the leads worked? So if I can go into Giveaway Masters and see if any orders showed up.
Well, I'm not sure if it was Giveaway Masters or this bid thing or other.
Well, or wherever it showed up, I'm just saying he never really went over any details with me on how I'm supposed to know who to get leads.
I get you. And again, I'm not sure if Muhammad could even see that. I mean, maybe he can, but definitely not in Giveaway Masters anything. And I did fix one of those two that didn't work. And again, it's a missing link. The two that you...
There's the link to the webinar.
You know the two that were not working?
Yeah.
Based upon your work?
Yep.
I was able to get the... I do know that your chamber is working.
Okay.
I cannot get NC Internet Marketing to work.
All right.
And I got it to work, and I was, in the process. Muhammad had you import into his system the ones that already had accounts that were created.
Hey, I think this is Muhammad here. Get in the chat. Hey, Muhammad, you there? Muhammad, are you there?
Hang on, I can tell you in a second.
Hold on. Scott, may I help you?
Hi, Scott. My name is Francis with FedEx and Raleigh. I have a package for you that's unsuccessfully to deliver. Just calling to let you know that I have the package station.
What is it? Do you know? And what name is it supposed to go to? Make sure you got the right number. Yeah. Are you trying to? Where were you trying to deliver it?
2640 Firewall Gap Lane in Raleigh.
I have no idea who that address is. It might not be the right Scott Powell.
Okay. All right. Well, I will return it back to the shipper then.
Right. Yeah. No, I have no idea. I don't have any idea who that is.
You're live.
Okay. Yes.
Said you're live on the web.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me, Rick? Steve and Diana. And Muhammad, are you here? It looks like Scott Powell's in here twice.
Yeah, I'm here, Rick.
Okay, good. All right. Rick, are you coming? Oh, you're here. Okay. Steve and Diana, welcome. We'd like to try and find out if you have any questions at all that we may be able to help you with.
Hey, Scott. Yes, this is Diana.
Hi, Diana. How can
How
we
you
help
doing? Well, just want to, you're doing the fulfillment part, right? So
you? That's correct.
okay, good. Now, I feel like I'm missing something along the lines here on, I've listened to just about everything, looked at everything, but I'm not through all of the, well, anyway, the point is that I'm looking for, what do we do if you, when you collect the money or set up a link for the customer? I understand, you know, setting the appointment and I've gone through the appointment machine. Well, actually not in the last 5 minutes of it, closing at the appointment. So I don't know if there's like do we have to set that up on lead pages for links and then have that go over to the Warrior Plus, and we just collect the money and then once a month I'm charged for the fulfillment? Is that how it works?
That's correct. And Diana, whatever you collect from your clients is all yours.
Okay.
So however, I mean, if you want to go by, if it's a local business that you're dealing with and you know them and you just want to go by and pick up a check, or if you want to set up a PayPal recurring button and get them to click it once and then it'll automatically bill after that. Or if you've got a Stripe account, any other kind of merchant account, anything that you would like to do with your payment collection is all completely up to you.
Okay.
The only thing that you pay us is $97 a month to have access to the 10 portals that you have with us.
You said 10 portals?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, I went into the giveawaymaster.com and how do I, so each one of the services there, the SEO, I mean, because I do have like site ranker type things and services that we offer as well, but I'm very new. I'm very new in the industry. I have just a handful of clients. And
Right.
so I was really looking for someone to fulfill, to kind of get out, how do I get into the market a little better and have that fulfillment done for me? And it was really what attracted me to first the breakthrough and then Giveaway Master. And then I bought the link, whatever it was, local link.
Right.
So can you
Okay, so first steps first, have you registered on the Giveaway Masters website?
I have registered and it's my name. And do I have to have the exact same name as I did with Warrior Plus? Or
No, you don't. You can log into the Giveaway Master website with whatever credentials that you put in there.
Okay.
And then have you seen how to onboard a client yet?
Well, I see the form. Yeah, I haven't onboarded anybody yet.
Okay.
So I didn't know what, I was like, do I onboard first or do I sign them up on a link? I mean, so I have my dentist I've got to get back to. I have people I've got to get back to, but I just kind of left it hanging because I'm like, what do I do? How's this working? What am I doing?
I got it. Well, I'm glad that you came here tonight, and so we can answer that for you. Rick, you want to take a shot at explaining to her the next step if she's got a client ready to do something with?
Absolutely. Hey, Diane, this is Rick. Diane.
Hi, Rick.
All right, well, the first step, which you said you have already done, is create some sort of a subscription button.
Okay.
I use PayPal. You can use Warrior Plus. My PayPal subscription buttons are basic and simple. Free for 30 days. When the client clicks on the button, they do have to fill out their credit card information. So that after the 30 days, it's an automatic process. Unless, of course, somebody says, hey, you know, this is not for me, then I basically go in, and I haven't had to, delete the account.
Okay, so they're not allowed, they're not the ones that are canceling the subscription inside their PayPal account. Well, they could, but.
Well, they could, but
Yeah.
it would be, most friendly if they said, this is not working out. Or after the 31st day, they're getting charged, and you're happy, and obviously the customer's happy. So
Yeah.
the first way to get a customer onboarded, after you have a a link that confirms that they're interested is to go to the onboarding form. It literally takes 5 minutes to fill out. It's so very basic as far as what it's looking for. You know, basic questions, company name, you know, who's the decision maker.
And the follow-up person that is asked for, are they talking about the person that's going to actually, I'm in my giveaway master
Portal.
intranet right now. I'm just,
All right, well, you're talking about the decision maker. That's the person in the business that's going to be connecting with you, who's going to make the decisions. But
Okay.
sometimes they leave that up to, you know, a team player in the office. You know, I'm just too busy to deal with it. You know, deal with Suze. She knows how to do everything.
okay.
There's really not a lot of engagement, you know, per se, but there isn't a day or a week that goes by that if somebody is new to my service and subscription, I need to make sure that they're using it. I need to make sure if they're having a challenge, you know, asking customers for review. So that's very important in, you know, touching base with them. You find out at the end of the month, which is too late, that they haven't even used the tool.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood of them going to continue?
Exactly. And so now as the reseller, I guess that's what we're called, right? Resellers?
Yes, an authorized reseller, correct.
Okay. And so, all right, first of all, I want to apologize if I am taking up a lot of the time, airtime, and if someone else.
And because people are listening, this is recorded.
Okay.
And, you know, your questions could be very, you know, helpful to anybody else.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. And so with what you just said, as the reseller, even though the fulfillment is going to be taken care of by Giveaway Master, or in how EFP, I'm sorry, I don't know all the, I'm trying to get all the acronyms here. And we still need to follow up with our whatever client we have on the trial, just to make sure everything's going okay for them. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. I mean, that's
Okay.
the key to my success,
Okay.
is giving a free subscription, following up, you know, to make sure that they're using it, they're happy, they don't have any questions. You know, if somebody uses it and they send out 10 requests and they only have, let's say, 1 response, I want to know how they're asking. I want to
Yeah,
know,
okay.
you know, what their steps are. Or if they're not using it, you know, you find out that, you know, the dentist is just too proud to ask and he never even thought of asking his receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different things that you can catch early once you get close to them, watch their habits and how they're using it. Now,
Okay.
you've got 10 portals in your account. If you'd like, you can set one up for your business. They net down to $9.70 each, and they're virtually worth $97 each on a recurring basis.
I lost you there. Okay, so you have 10 portals.
10 portals. Now, the portals at $97 a month is $9.70 per portal. Simple math.
Yeah, okay, so the portal is what you're calling the onboarding portal for a new client.
That's correct. So we
Okay.
call them portals. You can call them accounts. The bottom line is rough numbers. You know, you're paying $10 for each of your accounts that you set up, and potentially after the 30 days, you're collecting 100, give or take the $3.
Yeah, exactly.
So the numbers are very good. Support is great. If you need more, you can go out and, you know, say you're at your 10th and you say, oh my God, I need more.
Mhm.
Another $97 gets you 10.
Okay.
But-
Now, the portals that you're referring to, do you actually start seeing that open up to you where I have where it says my clients 0, you know, there's nothing in there obviously right now. So that's where you'll see the 10 slots once you onboard.
Yes. Once we have the system populated with our database, you'll begin to see that your clients will populate in there. And there'll be a point where, you know, if you got 8, and again, this could be a couple weeks away because we're modifying the platform on an upgrade. But a couple weeks away, you'll see in there, you've got 10, you used 1, you got 9 left.
Okay.
You know, you got 8 used and 2 left. So visuals will be there.
Okay, good. That might be what I was just not seeing what that is in the dashboard. Okay, now along the same lines, so is it up to me as an authorized reseller? I've seen the video where you could actually hire trained salespeople And so if I wanted to set something up with them as far as when a deal comes through, if someone uses my link and I do something like the JV, whatever that was in Warrior Plus, if I could have to setting it up that way, I could do that with my own sales reps or whatever.
Yes, yes. I mean, you
Okay.
can have your Warrior Plus account set up where you've got a link and you tell your JV, listen, you close a deal, have them go to this link, fill out the information, put in a credit card information, give it to them for free for 30 days, or you want to charge them $1 for 30 days. This way you're getting their credit card information with a little bit less resistance.
That's what I was going to ask you. You read my mind. I said, what's up with charging $1? It's on my list here.
Well, again, if you, Scott, can you hold on for that for a second? If you are looking to get, Amazon Prime, they give it to you for free.
Right.
They'll give it to you for $1. Now, if they gave it to you for free and they said, all right, fill out this and put your credit card information in, you might say, well, I thought it was free. But then you
Right.
realize that after the 30 days, you got to start paying. But I think Kenny and a couple of the people are doing this. They say, charge $1. This validates why you need a credit card.
Okay.
And you can say, listen, if it don't work at the end of the 30 days, no harm, no foul. We shake hands. I'll get $1 back in cash. Does that
Right.
sound?
Yeah. I mean, so you
I'm saying, how does that sound as if I was talking to the customer?
Right, and along those lines, granted, everything we have for material says free for 30 days, but yeah,
Well, again, depending upon what you're going to show them,
right,
the material is designed mostly for you. Nothing that we have out there that is a demonstration of the product talks about it for free or any price points. But yes, everything we say, 30-day trial. So if you want to stick with that, black and white, if somebody says, why do I need to give you my credit card? You can say, hey, after 30 days, if you like it, you're going to be automatically billed. If not, we can cancel it with no fee, no charge. There's no contract. You can cancel whenever you want.
okay. Now, along the same lines with the material that is on the, some of the PowerPoints and information that for the chambered method. With that, so you're using the $60 or like 50%. Yet especially if I have a sales rep and I have to end up paying for this product, what I consider doing is maybe having the $97 retail point and then knocking off either $20 or $27 or something like that in the chamber. There's no, like, the chambers are not going to see all kinds of material everywhere, or you guys talk to them and say, oh, it's $60. That's not like a set fee.
No, it's not set.
Diana,
Go ahead, Scott.
okay, Diana, any of the training on the chamber is just suggested.
Okay.
So you can change those numbers around. We've had some people tell the chambers that the portals are $125 a piece, and they'll discount them down to their members to $97, and then after expenses give the chamber X. So those numbers can be anything that you would like it to be. We just wanted to get the general idea, the general framework of the structure of a non-dues revenue option out there for you to work with. But you can change the numbers in any way that you would like to.
Okay. All right. Now, are you finding in your experience that chambers are because I read on someone had said that some of their bylaws do allow it and some don't. Is it really like, if it's an affinity program or non-dues revenue program, are you finding that the chambers are, for the most part, good with the?
Yes, more so than not. But again, it all depends on each individual. If you run into a chamber that's run by some old school kind of people, then they're going to tell you, oh, we don't do anything like that at all. And then you're also, it just depends on whoever you run into that happens to be the president of that chamber, and if they have bylaws against it or not.
And it's pretty much usually the president of each chamber that you have to talk to, or?
Yeah, well, it's a process to get to them, but I started with whoever I could get to listen to me and then work my way up.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think I heard you say that in one of the things, work your way up, because my, oh my, finding the right, just even finding them open is like, hello. All right.
I've got a meeting next Tuesday with another chamber and a couple hours away from where I live.
Uh-huh.
And I think they're kind of a smaller chamber, and I'm meeting with the president for the initial meeting.
Okay.
And so I feel very good that that's the one conversation that I'm going to have. And,
Yeah, I mean, if you're meeting with the president, I would think that, I mean, he will at least delegate what it is that needs to take care of that for you.
Right. It's actually a woman, and we met at the I went to a Chamber of Commerce conference in Blowing Rock, North Carolina in October, and she's one of the presidents that I met, and she actually called me last week and said, look, I remember what we had talked about, and I'd like to get more information about it. When can you come talk to me? So I'm going to go up next Tuesday and sit down and have a talk with her.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Let me see. One of the other thing. So I'm here talking chambers. Now I should say, by the way.
Well, the most important thing to me is to use their own mission statement against them.
Use their mission statement. I didn't hear. Is that what you said? Use their mission
against them.
Okay.
Because they are there in business to help give the best practice business advice to the members in their chamber.
Exactly.
All right. Well, if reviews are important, and the chamber I'm going to go up to next week, Diana, guess how many reviews they have?
0?
0.
Yeah, I could guess that. That's most of them are that way.
All right. Okay. So when I sit down with Susan, I'm going to say, Susan, this is how important reviews are to your local members. You can lead by example, and I'll help you make that happen. And then together, we're going to share with each one of the members in the chamber how you realized how important this was and the solution that you found. And here's the result that we got.
Mm-hmm.
And then if any of them want it and they want it at a discounted price, we'll work out some kind of a deal together.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you that the experience that I've had up to now, and I'm also going to lay the law down with her. And I want to talk with Rick about this today. I'm going to have a very nice, stern talk with Susan Bloomfield is her name. And I'm going to lay it out for her that if she does not take an active role in helping this go forward, then I'm not going to waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the chamber doesn't actively take a role in being involved in their own non-dues revenue program, then it's not going. I have to have them buy in.
Right. And are you finding to promote that a lot of the chambers are on board with you going forth, and once you have their approval, once they have proof that it's working for the chamber, are you able to get that proof? I saw a couple of different conversation threads that you are, in some cases, going to our membership of Giveaway Master.
Yes.
And having us with the review, so you have about 20, and 10 or 20 or something like that.
Yes.
You're doing that primarily?
Yeah. And the reasoning is this: you're a Giveaway Masters member.
Yeah.
And when I go to Lake Wiley, South Carolina Chamber of Commerce next Tuesday, if that program is successful, then in a related way, since we're in the same company, it benefits you as well. All right? Because when you go to another chamber and say, this is one of the chambers that we work with, and we're in the same company. So okay. I do not personally feel like that it is unethical if you left a review for the Lake Wiley Chamber, because we're in the same company. Online Review Machine is the support platform that is providing this to the chamber.
Okay.
And I don't now, but I want to be very, 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 very clear. If there is any member in our group that doesn't feel ethical about that, don't do it. You don't have to leave a review for another member's chamber. Mm-hmm. Now, if we were talking about a chiropractor in my city, I would not ask you about leaving a review for my chiropractor. You've never been to a chiropractor.
Correct. Yeah, I
But-
understand that.
But if our non-dues revenue program is working at a chamber, then it benefits all of us in the same company. So I don't believe it's unethical if our members leave reviews. Same thing with any other nonprofit. I've got a community lunch that I'm working. Maybe one day I'll be able to get them a review platform. And every Thursday they have where they feed people that don't have any money and any food.
Okay.
And if I can get them a review platform, that's a nonprofit. And I don't feel that if you went and found that portal or I sent it to you and asked you to leave them a review, you looked at what they do and you're in support of the mission that they have of feeding the poor. If you felt like you wanted to leave them a review, again, for a nonprofit, I don't feel like it is unethical. I'm not going to do it with for-profit businesses because I don't think that's right. But I don't personally see any problem with doing it for nonprofits. However, I would leave that up to each individual member. If I asked anyone to leave a review for a chamber or a nonprofit and they didn't feel comfortable about it, I don't have a problem if they don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that somebody might have a problem only if they don't know what the nonprofit is doing. You know what I mean?
Well, and what I've always instructed whenever I've asked anyone to do that, Diana, I've always instructed them to go to the website of the nonprofit, go through it, and if you feel like they're doing something you feel like you could say something positively about them publicly, then go for it. But if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. I understand.
Right.
But it's like this. I know what Susan B. Komen Foundation is.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're the Breast Cancer Foundation.
Uh-huh. Yes.
If I ran across that online somewhere, I would not have any objection to leaving a review. And I don't care if their office is in San Diego and I live in North Carolina. I don't care. I think what they're doing to help women is a fantastic thing. And I would have no problem praising a Susan B. Komen branch office if they had a Google My Business account anywhere in the country. So again, if I run across a food bank or Habitat for Humanity or anything like that, a charity, I don't have any problem. If I read what they're all about and I believe in what they're doing, I think it's okay to leave them a review.
Now, Diana, let me tell you what I do.
Okay.
If I'm dealing with a chamber. The first thing I would do is ask, do you have any objections of me leaving a review and a few of my team players that are working in the background to get your project going?
Okay. Yeah.
Simple and easy. If they say, yeah, we'd rather you be a member, then fine, you drop it. You help them get it from their members.
No, then if you go to the member though, Rick, go ahead.
I said, you can bring this out early so that if there's any issue with them afterwards, you don't have to go and take it back and have them, why is somebody leaving a review who's not in our chamber? Who is this guy, Scott Powell? Who is this guy, Sheriff?
Exactly.
Bring it up front and say, listen, we're going to get you a jump start. I'm going to leave you a great review. I'm going to get a couple of our senior, team players that are working in the background to get your system up and running and working smoothly. Would you mind if we, all jumped in and left, 3 or 4 or 5 reviews just to get you started?
Yeah, I think that's great. I do. Now, when you are, when you're talking to, well, first of all, can't you just ask them that you can also go and if they don't agree to it and they want you to go to membership instead, say, well, let's go in and when you hit, say, 20 members, isn't that the time when you can also pitch them on, oh, and by the way, I'm going to be going, I think Kenny said, by the way, I'm going to be visiting a few other businesses. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I can always ask them to leave you a review. I mean, and that's the way that you can get that business on board, right?
Yes, and more so if they're a member.
Right.
Again, you've got another issue, and it depends by chamber to chamber. There are chambers that want you to join.
I know. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And, you might say, listen, I'm giving you, for
$1,100 and something dollars a year.
And do you think that shouldn't offset my not needing to join?
Do my legwork and I'm helping you out with this program. Yeah.
Right, but the most important thing that Scott mentioned today is that you want to make sure if they are engaged in the non-dues revenue program, that their responsibility is to promote the product after they have a proof of concept, they believe in it, they see that it works, and they understand the value of it to their members.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to make you do all the work, you don't need the revenue share. You don't even need them. You can go online and look up every member by, a membership directory.
Yeah. Or you can also negotiate a lower price, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, the whole idea is if we can go and I promise you, I'm almost feeling like I want to record the conversation that I have with Susan next week, because I'm going to lay it right, all the cards out on the table, Diana. I'm going to tell her, look, you live 3.5 hours away from me. I will commit to you to coming up here once a week. I got friends that live near there, and I used to live in Charlotte, so they're right close to Charlotte. And
Okay.
I still got a rental house up there, and I got friends I can go play golf with afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind going up there, and I will make the commitment. I will go up there once a week for as long as she wants to do this.
Right.
But if she's not willing to tell me that, Scott, look, here's the game plan. We're going to set it up. We're going to get 20 reviews, 10 from your members in the chamber, and you're going to help give me who those people are and help me in the process of getting the reviews from them.
Right.
I'm going to get us 10 out of my membership, and then we're going to have 20. When we've got 20, that's our proof of concept.
Right.
We're going to go to all the members in your chamber. You're going to endorse me and give me a foot in the door with each one of these members. If you need to have a group, you have a function, I'll come to the function and we'll talk to them there. But you're going to be my advocate with this program, and we're going to work this together. And
Right.
if you're not on board with that, then it's not going to work, because we've got to have you buy in, Susan.
Yeah. I love
With me, I'll split half the money with you.
Exactly. You know what? With that, do you ever run into? This is something I noticed at a couple chambers that right around me. That one in particular. Well, now there's been a couple anyway, but one has a marketing program built into their. It's like one of the things that they're offering, and they also have a couple people that have marketing in their membership, but they have 0 reviews. Hello, and so they're offering how to get your Google My Business. They're not saying anything about reviews. Getting the Google My Business, SEO, getting your website done right, your Facebook page, etc. Right? And they have the whole package, and they meet on Mondays, and they're doing this whole how to get your business out there, but not one mention of how to get reviews.
Right.
And so,
And I can't, and that to me, I'm in the review business, but when I try to be objective, outside of the review business for a second, Diana,
Sure.
I can't see how you can ignore that part. You get the Google My Business in the 3-pack,
right.
you've got no reviews or 1 or 2, and your competitors even have 10 or 15.
Yeah.
According to the research, the people searching and looking at those 3 options are not going to choose you.
Right. Right.
They're going to choose the companies that have got the reviews.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they don't have the sexiest website.
Right. They're never going to get to the website. If the review numbers are bad, they're going to go to your competitor's website. And so again, I'm again going to use with Susan her mission statement and say, you are the leader of best practices of these businesses, right?
Right.
And you've got no reviews. And lead by example, and I'm here to help you.
Right.
But again, it is going to be a partnership working together, or I'm not going to waste my time and yours.
Now, are you in that partnership? Does your partnership include emailing and flyers?
Diana, if she will buy in and help me contact and endorse me with her members, I will go get a bullhorn. And I will go to Lake Wiley, South Carolina, and yell at the top of my lungs with a bullhorn about what we're doing together with her. If I have her endorsement and her willing to help me, give me an attaboy with her members, then I'll work with her any way that she wants to work.
Okay. Now, there was trying to think of all the questions I have. Like I have a whole list of questions here, and I'm like writing all my answers down.
That's okay. Well, that's why we're here. And I also want you to know that, you know, a year ago when I first started talking to Chamber, my mindset was a lot different. If they had just said, yes, we'll take the portal, I was all ready to do it.
Right.
But over time, what I found out is that the president, and the president doesn't necessarily have to be the person who's actively helping, but
Okay.
they've got to assign somebody in the chamber that is my partner. And
Right.
if they're not going to commit to doing that with me, then I'm not going to do it with them, because I'm telling you right now, without the chamber buying in and promoting it, it's not going to work.
Right. I get that. I get that. That's what I was wondering about. It's like, how do you get them to buy in on it and put it in with their packaging? So one of the questions, kind of backing up a little bit with the approaching some of the people in the lead, is to Google My Business. I've looked up, it's like, is there, I mean, you go to Google My Business, you get your business verified, you do all of that. Now, is that something that the fulfillment company actually make sure they even have that? Because I did see that on the Giveaway Masters for $100, I think it was.
Right. And actually what that is if you go and find out that there is a business that doesn't have that and you want us to set it up for you, and you buy it from us, we'll set it up and you charge them for setting it up. Now, the price of that in general is usually between $100 and $300 in the retail market.
Uh-huh.
And that's why we priced ours where we did, so our members could get us to do the work and mark it up a little bit to make themselves the member.
So now I know this is kind of probably a basic thing, but Google My Business listing, how do you actually know a company has Google My Business listing? I guess I'm trying to like sort through that myself.
Okay, all you do is search for it. Like the name of one of my companies is Online Review Machine.
Right.
So if you Google Online Review Machine, then when the result comes up, and you may have to put, depending if you're what part of the country you're in, you may have to put Moncure, North Carolina. But when that thing comes up on the right hand side, I'll show you what it looks like.
Go back to my Zoom page. Is that what you're telling me?
I'll show you.
There we are. Okay, let's go back to my Zoom page. Just a second.
So when this comes up, if you put the name and the address of any business that you're interested in finding out about, Diane,
On the right-hand side there. Okay.
yes, if they don't have one of these boxes over here,
Yeah.
then they don't have a Google My Business account. Now, Rick, where does it show on here if it happens to be an unclaimed B&B?
Well,
Doesn't it?
it will say it right under the phone number. It says,
Yeah.
claim this business.
Yeah, I remember seeing that before. Yeah, that's all. That's what I thought it meant, but there isn't any other list or anything else. It's just entering in the business name. It just says claim this business. And then it's
Now,
not.
if you click on maps, you'll see more of the same one. But if there are other online review, sometimes they'll have a whole bunch of them. If you're listing, let's say, a category, plumbers, we'll say.
Okay.
But if it's specific to that name and address, there's only going to be one. Scott, put in plumbers, North Carolina, or just put in plumbers.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I just wanted to make sure that was all that I had to do. 'Cause that's what this is.
I would recommend, if you have the ad name and the address of the business, if you put it in there and you don't see anything like this over here on the right,
Yeah.
then more than likely they don't have a Google My Business.
Now, you know what it means when it's unclaimed, how it got there?
Is it just that someone else?
Nope.
No, I don't know how that got there. The phone number or something, or?
Google has such a major interest and focus on local businesses that Google will create one even in the absence of the owner.
Okay, I didn't
They can still get reviews.
get out. I didn't know that.
Yes. So you can come across one that has reviews,
Mhm.
has their full details, their hours, their location, their phone number. and Google set it up and people found it in some way, left reviews, whether they're good or bad. But that business owner has no concept of his reputation, and he's not in control of it.
And Diana, are you familiar at all with what we are doing with the reviews? Do you see these videos over here?
I know I've read that you're putting in to get press release videos together. Is that what that is?
No. Okay. All right. So think about this logical progression. All right. We are helping them to create this number over here. The review number is going up. All right. Now,
Right.
you've been in the internet world now for a little bit of time, correct?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that you've already come to the understanding that you've heard over and over that content is king.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, what is the most popular content in the history of the world?
Well, I know video marketing is huge.
Video, because people would prefer to get their information in the form of a video as opposed to reading an article.
Right.
And proof of that is this is, you know, the online review machine. The first thing we've got is our membership with the Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. The next thing is our profile on the Better Business Bureau, and third on the page are the videos.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's awesome.
Google apparently really likes video.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to click on one of these real quick and let you see what it looks like. And let me know if you can hear it.
Do I have my audio? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're proud to share our most recent 5-star review. Our company staff works hard to go the extra mile, so these positive reviews are very motivating. And it's no surprise that we love hearing from happy and satisfied customers. And this review is no exception, showing our dedication to customers.
So do you see what we did here?
That's awesome.
We took one of the reviews that we helped get created,
Yeah.
and then we created a video highlighting the review, right?
Love it. Love it.
As well.
Okay, now,
Inspired.
then,
Wait, don't go.
Okay.
No, go back to that video. I want you to show Diana, because content has a lot to do with it, and we got to show her what that means. Scroll down and click on more in the description.
Then you have like a lot of,
Well, let's show her what we have in the
what do
description.
you have down there?
We have the text of the review. We've got his map, which is name, address, phone number, and we've got it. This is content according to Google. It's on YouTube, but guess who owns YouTube?
Google.
Google. So
Yeah.
do you think they're not going to read this and say, hey, this is content
And
for
relevant.
for onlinemachine.com?
right, now see this right here, Diana?
Yeah.
Okay, that is the same as right here.
Yeah. It's relevant.
Exactly.
Okay, so Google then, because that video has this address in the description,
Yeah.
they're giving ranking juice to Online Review Machine because we included the address in the video.
Exactly. It's totally
Okay.
relevant. Someone looking for it, it's the exact same machine, you know, exact same company that they're looking for.
Exactly.
Now,
Okay.
Diana, do you think you can sell these videos for like $30 a piece?
If that's what they're going for, yeah.
Well, no, they're actually $100 a piece, but guess how much you pay for 48 of them a month? How much do you think you pay?
Now, I would be cheating because I think I saw that, but I don't know how much, 100, 200, 300, I don't know.
Scott, tell her.
$97.
For 48 videos?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, does that mean you would put it out for 48 reviews? Is that how that would work for a company?
No, actually what happens is, okay, hold on one second. We take one of these reviews
Okay.
and then we make one master video of the review. Muhammad was this one, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
at let's say that your client was set up to begin a video run on the 3rd day of the month. So we're going to take one of these reviews, turn it into one of these master videos,
Okay.
and then we're going to make 15 copies of that and put 16 of them up in 3 days.
And they're all going to have unique titles
Mhm.
and at least 2 or 3 unique keywords in the description. And the way they're spun, that YouTube does not see them as identical.
And see, if you look at this online review, Willow Spring, North Carolina.
Right.
All right, this video is 1 minute and 10 seconds long. All
Yeah.
right.
Different fingerprint, different footprint for each one because you have a different time.
Right. Okay. Now see this one, that's the exact same video, the exact same time, but the title is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different city in North Carolina.
Okay. So to Google, even though you and I can see that it's the same video, to Google and to YouTube, they're different.
Okay.
And since they go up as different titles, then they're each of the 48 that we put up in Google and YouTube's eyes, they're all 48 pieces of unique content.
Yeah, yeah. I know that there's some reading of subtitles that was coming out down the road too. Have you guys taken that into these? Is that why they're different lengths?
We will, okay?
Yeah.
But my point is that if I am going out and these videos retail by the marketer that I bought the software from, what they do, Diana, is that they recommend that you create one of these videos, get it on the first page of Google like I do here,
Uh-huh.
then go to the local business owner and show him one and say, look what I did.
Yeah.
Professional actor, professional background, set, everything. I'm not going to charge you $2,500 like a video production company would for a 1-minute commercial.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to charge you $197 a month for one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, what we're doing is we're enabling you to be able to go and do the same pitch, but say, would you like to have 8 for $197 instead of 1?
Yeah. 48 for 197. Yeah.
Right.
Or like I do, sell them for $249 for 48 of them.
Right. Okay. So
And
that's fair.
Diana, also the most important thing is that this, I know that they look like videos, and they are, but the most important thing is that they are content for Google.
Exactly.
Because the more content that the client puts out, the more likely they are to show up in the 3-pack.
Yeah. It's
So we're marketing this to the local business as a content play.
mhm.
They just happen to be video.
Content is king in that search. And SEO, that's the best thing you could do is have relevant content.
Yeah, and I want to show you one other thing, and then we'll move to something else or answer any questions that you got. Hold on 1 second.
Sure thing.
All right, this is something that David found for us, and I love this. When I'm offering a local business owner content, we have a content company out there, and what they're offering is this. Mr. Local Business Owner, I have a copywriter, and I will write 4 articles for you, which are pieces of content, and you can put them on your website and your blog and whatever else, wherever else you want to put them. If you want 4 of these articles, it's only going to be $429 for those 4. Or if you want to get a little more, and I'll give you a break, if you want to buy 8, then it's only $769 a month. And if you want 12 articles, written articles by a professional copywriter, $1,117.50.
Mhm.
Now, or you could go with our video content system, and I'll give you 48 pieces of content for $197 or $249, whatever.
So it basically gets them down into gets them to buy the one for $249.
Well, I mean, why would you want to pay? I mean, how much would they charge to do 48?
Oh, I know.
So,
Not going down.
remember, Diana, to Google, content is content. Google isn't recognizing and giving more credit for a copywriter charging you out the wazoo
Right.
or getting 48 videos. It's all about who's publishing the most relevant content. And we will do it cheaper than anybody on the planet. And one thing I also wanted to mention to you is that any of the people that you onboard,
Yeah.
we will do one run of 16 of these as a sample for you for free.
One run of 16 as a sample.
Yep. So let's say that you've got a chiropractor that you're talking to and they accept a 30-day trial of the review software.
Okay.
You can offer them a free example of what our video marketing is all about. All you got to do is say that it's okay, you want me to do it, and I'll create one of these for you with a run of 16 of them, and they'll show up in the neighborhoods around where this business is.
And how much does that cost us?
It's nothing.
Oh, so it's totally free. Okay. And then if they buy it, then, okay.
Yes, and the reason I'm doing 16 of them for free is so they can see what it is. And then you can follow up with the description, hey, content is king. We'll give you relevant video content for less money than anybody on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So it's another tool, it's another thing to sell. It's awesome.
Right, and so again, we're looking at creating the review, and then the next step that we can with them is now we're going to take that review and turn it into video content for you.
Now, is it free for 30 days for them or a free period? How does that work?
The videos are up forever, but here's the beautiful thing about the videos. Over time, they're likely to fall away.
Okay.
So if they're not done on a monthly basis, and that's what we try to do. We try to start, like, let's say on the 3rd. We'll put out 16 3 days later. They're all showing up and they're all on their own unique page all by themselves if you put in the entire title. But then if you shorten the title, then they come up gathered together.
Okay.
But they're going to drop. Okay? And look at this. 3,550,000 results, and
Wow.
we've got 3 videos, the second result.
Wow.
So, all right, but generally speaking, the video results tend to go away.
Okay.
All right, that's great for us. That means if I start today on the 3rd, and by the 10th they're starting to fall a little bit, and then I do 16 more, and then 8 days later they're starting to fall, and I'm doing 16 more. If I'm spreading out 48 videos over 30 days, I've got effective coverage over the entire month.
Okay.
But the fact that the videos are going to fade, Diana, is a great thing for us, explaining that we need to do this every month and spread
That's
it
why
out.
we're charging a monthly fee.
Yep.
They fade kind of like the Google reviews. Well, the Google reviews don't fade, but they need to be updated every 90 days or so.
Well, actually, the latest stats, and let me show you something else. What is it?
Just type in bright.
No,
The 2018 survey, I read that today.
I got it. Okay, and in here, I'm trying to remember where it is. Over half of consumers expect a business to respond.
Like 49% of people think that they've looked at a negative review, or 70%. I have it. I copied it just today. I snipped it.
Bright Local, great source. That's a brand new one that just came out.
Yeah, I copied all of them.
And there's
Yeah.
two new things on Bright Local. One of them is that customers actually read the business owner's responses.
Yes, yes.
And the other one, which was totally new, is that customers only take into account 3 weeks of reviews. Not even 90 days, 3 weeks.
That's on the 2018, right? The 2018.
Yes, on the
Yeah, I
2018,
saw that.
correct.
That's crazy. Now I did see something about some of them are they're looking at it less and less, or trusting it a little less and less. That was the latest thing that came out. Did you see that? It was posted. I was on Bright Local, and I was like, I don't want to read that one.
No, I actually did not see that one. Put that in, well.
Let me look it up on see if I can find it. I was at the brightlocal.com website today, and I was like, okay, let me check this out. Let me just put Zoom down. Oh brother, now to find it. Survey you have to go to Bright Local surveys. Consumer review survey. Here we go. Let me see. There's a dude. Let me see if I can find it.
Trying to find the one I'm looking for, but what I heard is that now it's 40% of consumers will only look at online reviews written within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As compared to 18% the prior year. So in other words, if your reviews are older than 2 weeks old, nobody's paying attention to them. 40% of the readers are not paying attention to them.
And also that they read an average of 10 online reviews before feeling able to trust a local business.
Yeah, and what if you've only got 2 and they're a year old?
Exactly. And there was something here that I read. I guess it wasn't here. So the 2018 was key statistics were really good. And then it was something that was on a report. It was talking about negative reviews and how consumers are starting to trust some of the reviews a little less. And that's why they want to read what the business owner had to say in response.
And also 91% now of 18 to 34-year-olds trust online reviews as much as a recommendation from a friend or a family member. That's up from 87% last year.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I was reading that today. That's amazing. So back to the Zoom. I was going to ask you one more thing. I had one more thing here, so I have to scroll down. Questions. Oh, I know. I'm not sure if this is a Kenny question on Monday or yours.
Okay.
But when in the training, it talked like with the phone booking the appointment machine or advanced email, he keeps on saying he has the appointment, and he's doing them really close together, like a half hour. Is it actually a phone appointment, or is he actually going in person to say, did you read what I sent? Or did you see my emails? Did you read what I sent? Did you like it? Those questions. Is that
you can double check with him, but I believe that the answer to that is that it's a phone appointment.
Okay.
Because I don't believe logistically that you would have the ability to space the appointments apart in person without if they were that close together.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I'm just like, what? That's impossible. I live out in the country a little bit here.
Not to mention that you may be marketing in a different state.
Exactly. I plan on marketing in 2 states where I used to live, because I have some of the sales people that are going to be working with me are in those 2 states. I'm not going to, and it's just not logistically possible. So, and he had mentioned you can do Skype, you can do Messenger, phone, Zoom, you can do a lot of things, webinar closing, whatever. So, yeah. We can do a lot of different ways of closing. Okay, so then from there, you would have the person click on the link to get started. It's $1 or free for 30 days. Just enter in, there's nothing they'll be charging your credit card now. We just have to have it on file to give you the 30-day trial.
Correct.
Okay. All right. And I think I'm easy enough to teach people to say, nothing will get charged right now. We just have to have your credit card on file, and you just have to cancel before day 31 unless you want to continue with the service.
And what some people are doing also, Diana, is they're saying, I'm actually going to charge you $1, but here's the $1. And hand them
okay.
But it's going to be $1, but here, I'm giving you the $1. You can give it back to me.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. That works too. That way you have the credit card on file.
Right.
And you're living up to your free trial if you're posting that someplace.
Bingo. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent questions. Excellent. I think, playbacks, even though we only have a half a dozen people tonight listening to playbacks, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to get a lot of great information from your questions, Diana.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh. I know I've been like going on and on and on. Like it's just the three of us on the phone, but I know like the world is listening, right? That's okay.
Yes.
That's why we're here, and we want to be able to give, people a chance to get together with us on Thursdays that might not be able to have the chance, so not everybody is at home on 10 o'clock on Mondays. And
Mhm.
that's why we tried to time this a time in the evening for the other webinar during the week to be able to help people with a scheduling problem on Monday.
Yeah, that's excellent. Now, I did have a couple, with the whole back of the Google My Business thing, do you recommend that I think I heard Kenny say, just kind of stay away or focus on when you're doing your research, just focus on the ones that do show up in the Google My Business search and instead of the ones just for the low hanging fruit? Is that advisable?
Yes.
Okay. So if you see that no one has claimed that business, great. Then another thing I had on my questions here, I'm almost done, and really I have a whole page of them. So
That's okay, no problem. Hey, we'll stay here as long as it takes.
oh, okay. It's just with the logistics of you have the online review machine showing up with reviews for yourself. Okay. Now, if we're practicing what we preach, and we're representing ourselves as a local business, then whatever business we're using to put ourselves out there, whether you're a sole proprietor, your business, marketing agency, or whatever, if they Google us, they should find something, right?
And I would highly recommend that you onboard your own company first,
Mhm.
and then let other members know. And I don't have any ethical problem giving your business, your local marketing business, a review. And I don't think there are not very many other members in the group that would have a problem doing that for you as well.
Mhm.
And yes, if a person is trying to check you out and
Right.
they go find that you don't have any reviews and you're telling them how important it is for them to get them, that's
Exactly.
why I'm very, very, very happy that I've got 57
Right.
with online review machine, and we'll continue to get more as time goes along.
I'm going to make sure I leave you one too. I don't think I have. So along the same lines with onboarding your business, I'm using just a UPS store as my address because just because I don't ever have anything go there, just kind of more legal things. But it's kind of like putting yourself out there. Obviously, I work from my home. So
Right.
do you use your home address and have everybody see your house or something? I mean, on my house, I don't think it even shows. We just moved in here a little over a year ago, and I don't even think the picture of the front of the house looks like what it does now because we have everything resided, new roof, everything like that. But
I believe, Rick, you may have a better understanding of how to answer that than I do.
Well, I actually use my home and I work at home as well. And I figured for the Google My Business presence and the Google results that I'm looking for, I do have my home address. I have in by the hours, it says no walk-ins, appointment upon request.
okay, no walk-ins, appointments on the request. Okay, that's
or
good.
appointments only. But, I've been doing this for I don't know, 6-8 months. I have never had somebody ring my doorbell.
Yeah, okay, or just just creeps. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
granted, they'd have to mess around with my big cat or my husband or something.
Mhm.
But
But again, following the steps that, Scott laid out, doing some videos.
uh-huh.
I've got, tremendous Google search. And if
Okay.
you're on a computer right now, type in digital marketing agency, Staten Island, New York. Do it now. It sounds like you're on the
I'll
computer.
do it.
Well, let her do it because she's in a different state.
I'll do it too.
You're Staten Island, you said?
Yep, Staten Island, New York, digital marketing agency. Aside from the paid ads, who's number one in the 3-pack?
Are you past that? Yeah, top online review genie.
That's me.
Ta-da! Yay. Okay. You got a website. All right, I'll check you guys out for an example. So I'm just kind of like, oh, we're, changing names, doing all this stuff. So we'll get it set up. That's great.
And keep in mind that search that you did had no relevance to my name no relevance to the business name, no relevance to the URL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, sounds great. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Anytime. All right, Scott, you want to open it up, see if anybody else has any questions?
Yeah, really. Give Diana a quiet smile.
No, you did great. Lots of great questions.
Thank you
And,
so much for your help. I really appreciate you guys.
You're
You're
welcome.
very welcome, and we're active in the Facebook group. If you need anything, don't ever hesitate there. And Dave, did you have anything that you wanted to ask? Okay. All right. Well, then I guess if that's it, then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the evening.
I did want to thank Mohammed for jumping in for any technical questions that may have come up. I know he's a long away from us, and it's probably 6 in the morning.
Yep. So thank you for getting up early for us, Mohammed.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, listen, next up is Kenny 10 Monday. If there's any delay of that, then he'll probably let everybody know Sunday night. And anybody need anything, don't feel shy about, or don't feel bad about reaching out. Check us in the Facebook group and say hello, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you. And I may be calling you up, Scott, for help with the chamber stuff. So.
Okay, no problem. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Whoops. Okay.
Hold on. Here, write that down.
Gotcha. All right. Got it.
All right.
Let me, well, I say got it. I'm writing. Don't go anywhere yet. All right. I have it. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Call me anytime.
Thank you very much.
All righty. You guys take care. Have a great week, and talk to everybody Monday morning with Kenny.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Take
Have
care.
a good
Bye.
weekend.
All right, bye.